Oh god, are we live? We are, aren't we? Yes, we are. I was just scrolling Twitter because why not? I love to scroll Twitter on the daily. It's truly a thing you'll love to see. Anyway, welcome all to the live finale. Hello, Albert. I did not expect you to be here. I did not expect you to be here. How are you? How are you all? Welcome along to our live finale of the Christmas friendly. Some of you will be happy that this is over. I am one of them. I will be honest. I'm just fed up with this. But we're back to F1 next week, so things you love to see. Trying to make this stream as big as possible, because it's the last one we're going to be. This is the last F2 one, well, for now, for at least another year, probably. Just sending the links out. How is everyone doing today? So we're about to hop in to the race. Apparently we got 3 comments, but mine's not updating. Ah, my computer's frozen. Always good. Yeah, always good. It is. Either my computer's frozen or it's just been an arse. I'll have to double check that in a minute. I think my computer's really like severely lacking behind, but I'll have to sort that out in a minute. I'll get it up. You know, I'll get it up on my phone for a while so I can just read the chat. Hey, Ben's here. Hello, Ben. Looking at this on my phone now because touchpad's just died. Anyway, welcome along to the last qualifying of the season now. This is gonna be a fun one. Don't have anything external, no. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with I just have to keep an eye on my phone, I think. Because that's just how it is. I don't know when everyone's going to be on track. It's already one-shot qualifying. As always, this stream should theoretically do quite well. I mean, it's the last one we're going to be doing. So, yeah, my touchpad's broken. Okay, I'm going to have to hard restart my computer. But here we are in qualifying. The last quali of the season. We have 3 potential championship contenders. But unfortunately, one of them isn't here, so we're basically stuck with 2 contenders. Briggsy, this car here in the pink HWA, being one of them, along with Nazareth. Briggsy, I don't know if you saw the stream yesterday. Me and Briggsy and Nazareth had a bloody brilliant race yesterday, so that was good. So these 2 are going to be up on the practice as Nazareth, as Briggsy has just fallen down into 11th. And he's retired, so he's invalidated his lap. That's going to throw his championship chances straight out of the water. He must have invalidated his lap. But currently Nazareth is on provisional pole. Can he just keep the pace up? We'll see where they seem to be neck on neck on pace. Then we'll go back down to Becco. They're basically neck on neck on pace. That's like a couple of tenths separating them at most. The computer is coming back on. Right, let's load this up. So Nazareth is looking to be on pole for today's race. Well, races more. Second race is going to be reverse grid of the top 8. But it's going to be interesting. Briggsy has been having to come back through the field for the past couple of races. He had to do the same in Japan. He had to do the same in Brazil as well. So Briggsy is a very good recovery driver. As Nazareth puts in a 144.9, with Becco almost being a second slower. Wow. Nazareth then determined for the championship. Slayer is going to be absolutely fuming that he's not going to be in the race. The touchpad on my actual computer's broken. That's an F. That is an F right there. Anyway, there's your starting grid for today's race. We have Nazareth on pole position, followed by Becco in second. He's really picked up the slack these past few races, which is always good to see. Always good to see. Yeah. Ben, I'm gonna have to load up your laptop for the live chat. It's just not working. But it's honestly, I am genuinely excited for this race. I can't stand the track. I think if you're watching my stream yesterday, you know full well I hate this track. It's just taken bits from other circuits and completely ruined them. So I have a complete animosity towards this track. That's just hurt my ears. My controller's just completely based my ears. So that's always absolutely lovely, isn't it? Just lovely. Everyone's even saying the Discord Nazareth is insane. He is. He literally is. He's an absolute beast. I think I just saw the mouse on the screen. I swear. Yeah, it's just not working. Alright. Only 10 seconds to go before the last two races of the season. It's going to be weird to get rid of this championship, but as we line up on the grid for the last race of the season, all 5 lights are on then. As we leave the grid in America, Nazareth gets a good start, which is just what he needed to do. Followed by, that's Pergus also getting a fantastic start, blasting into 5th place, side by side into turn 1. Nazareth with the inside line, contact at the back as Decunha smashes into the back of Alpha Studs. Also in the back, Jack Ethan has decided to have a little spin of his own. That's given Briggsy 2 positions off the line already. We'll go further down the grid, side by side into the S's. And it's Becco, Dido and Alpha Studs. Everyone cutting the track. What was Pergriffs doing there? He's cut the whole track. He's practically in Mexico. As Becco gets spun round by Pergriffs going slowly. Also contacting with Dido as well as you ride on board with Albert. Slayer behind, just watching the chaos unfold as Pergriffs goes wide yet again as someone else has spun, I believe. Coming out of that looks to be Albert. The right is also has spun. Coming out of that section there. It's going to allow everyone else past. Briggsy looking for a move around the outside of Broggers. Can he put it off? He's still there. But no, it's a massive fire. His Nazareth is absolutely blasted into the lead. On lap 1 already. As down the straight we come. Nazareth's already with a 1 second lead. 2 second lead. As down into the braking zone we go. Side by side with Briggsy and Broggers. As he goes around the outside. Can Broggers hold him? He seems to have backed off. Unsurprisingly, Briggsy's on that championship charge. At this current stage, Nazareth is going to probably win the championship. As Pergus cuts the corner again, I'm not sure what his lap 1 was, but I will tell you now, it was absolutely shambolic. As through the Turkey Turn 8 rip-off we go, as Era Voice gets a brilliant move down the inside. Briggsy's done the exact same as well. Briggsy on a charge, and as Era Voice goes around the outside of Pergriffs as Briggsy runs into the back of him. As Decunha goes back round the outside at the last corner. Era Voice standing his ground as we go on to lap 2. What a fantastic first lap in terms of racing. As down the pit straight we go. Absolute siege between these drivers here, almost 4 wide. Decunha decides to be the smart one and back out as Pergriffs goes for a ridiculously late dive bomb. All 4 of these cars here in contention for some good points. That Briggsy obviously wanting the championship as well. As Era Voice has given Era Voice a perfect opportunity to just scoot away. Through the S's we come again. Era Voice obviously going to be defending his life against Briggsy. Pergriffs has just picked up a 3-second time penalty. Unsurprisingly, considering the absolute shambolic race he's had, because of the fact he cut half of the first sector. He may as well just been going down the bloody Baku's pit straight, not the first sector of America, but there you go. There's only 2 temps separating Pergus and Decunha now. Decunha's obviously does have damage after he, well, in other words for it, rammed into the back of Alpha Stuns, but Alpha Stuns surprisingly in second place. We'll have a look at the position changes. Slayer's managed to make up 6 places on the first lap. It's been a really good lap from him. So into the braking zone we go. Relatively close between the whole grid. Breezy's obviously going to be charging up the field as much as he can. He's just testing the pressure against Era Voice and Slayer at the moment to see what he can do. So he gets a phenomenal exit. Can he go around the outside of Era Voice? The same. He did this with me yesterday. He's definitely a fond one for this move. No, he switches to the inside. Slayer's going wide. He's off the track. He goes for the move. He's around the outside. He's still there. Can he put it off? They're still side by side going into the last corner. Era Voice holding his ground, knowing Briggs is quicker than him, but that's not to say he's going to give up. As Slayer moves over to cover off the slipstream as Briggs is past Slayer's. Slayer's weaving all over the show. You have one defensive manoeuvre. He's used about 6 as we go into turn 1. As Briggsy looks to go around the outside, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2 and sector 3. That's Becco that's spun round if you look on the mini-map there. We're going to ride on board with this, so it's into the S as we go, almost side by side between the drivers. As Becco has surprisingly retired from the race. Maybe he's just had enough already. He was in second after all, and he's had a shambolic first lap, so he must be incredibly frustrated for him to retire. But still, these 3 battling away. Also further back we've got Brogus and Dekunha and Jack having a nice little battle as well. Becco, you never know, Becco might have a little sneak peek on the old live stream, but we'll have to see. As we've got another yellow flag in sector 2. That's Brogus that must have spun round coming out of the S section. He's going very slowly and was a yellow flag, but we'll have to see on that one. There's only 2 temps separating these two here. DRS is enabled already on lap 3 as he looks to the inside, doesn't go for the move. He's just see what he can do as he short shifts to third. Short shifting is a very odd thing to do in a Formula 2 car. It almost feels slower as he gets a fantastic exit against Slayer. So we've got someone in the live chat now. I'll read your message in a minute because we've got a battle going on here. He has put, you only got one defending move only in the braking zone. Man, interesting start though, except for the kamikaze on turn 1. Yeah, it was an interesting start. Side by side into the last corner. Era Voice loving these moves down the inside into the last corner. That's going to give Briggsy the breathing space he needs to chase after Dido, who's sitting in a very unlikely third. Slayer's obviously looking to blast away on the straight as Dekunha gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but Slayer's come back at him. Down the inside he goes. Era Voice goes wide, and that's given Slayer back into 5th. Gonna be battling all races too. We've got another 12 laps to this, so I think that'll be a good race. I wonder what the Sega race will be like. No safety car. It's mostly just been racing, not too dramatic, apart from that kamikaze dive bomb. The on board with Briggsy, who's just set the fastest sector 2. These two though, his Pergrips gets another 3-second penalty for Jack extending. I'm not sure what his game is today, but dear lord, it's an absolutely terrible one. As onto the pit straight we go. Era Voice will have DRS on Slayer. Slayer's moving over to try and block the slipstream. Right on board with Era Voice now. Down the straight he goes, side by side. He should probably have the move done by the end. We'll hop to Slayer's view now. He's holding down the inside he goes, going around the outside here. It's been incredibly difficult. As that's just proven, Era Voice unable to do so. He gets a fantastic exit compared to Slayer as he goes down the inside. Can Slayer get the switch back? He looks for it but can't quite catch it. To go around the outside, such a hard corner to overtake on, but it's a godly switchback corner. But Briggs has brought the gap down to only a second between him and Dido. Under a second now through the fast turn 14, 15, 16 I believe section or something like that. I don't know, it's a crap turn 8 from Turkey as far as I'm concerned. As you've got yellow flag in sector 2 and 3 I believe as to Kunha or Brogus by the looks of it has spun in almost the exact same way as his teammate Dekunha did, but just in a bit different section of track. It's only half a second now separating Briggsy and Dido. Dido in the Unai virtuosi of Callum Ilot's car, who nearly won the championship against Mick Schumacher and somehow doesn't have a seat in F1, which is just downright offensive as he goes for the move, looking for a move on the S section. Such a hard place to get the overtakes here. As Nazareth gets a 3-second penalty for track extended. As he goes for the move into a slight kink down the hill. He's already passed him. Dino must have backed out of that one. He didn't. I think he saw, we all saw, there's no point in fighting Briggsy. He's so much quicker. And now he can go on a charge to chase after Alpha Stuns, who's sitting in a very surprising second. Briggsy, though, has managed to make up 8 places in only 5 laps. Been a fantastic race from him as Dino looks for a comeback. DRS definitely helping him. He gets quite close to him in the braking zone, actually. Almost has to take evasive action. But not too big of a gap between them. Dino very late braking, actually. He's braking incredibly late compared to someone like Briggsy. We've got 8 viewers, so anyone who's watching here, leave a like on the stream. Helps the channel out, we all know. Pushes me up the algorithm. Would be greatly appreciated. Yellow flag just behind him. Is that Era Voice having an issue? No, I believe that's Slayer who spun. After having such a good race so far, he's managed to spin. That's unfortunate for him. He's going to be absolutely raging inside that cockpit. Can he come back though? As I do believe that's Alpha Stuns has spun at last corner, the exact same place I got spun round actually yesterday in the practice session. It's almost hit the same wall I hit as well. That's gonna absolutely throw him into a pit of rage, as I like to say. Let's give him Briggsy second place and another opportunity to fight back with the title. You feel sleepy, John? Well, sleep's a difficult thing to come by, alright? Allow it, Atmos, allow it. Just getting with it, you know. I haven't done this in a week, and then voice is a bit dead after yesterday. After having that ridiculous battle with Nazareth and Briggsy. That was, God, that was brilliant. Up the hill we go, down the hill we go, through the Slight King. Alpha Sun's gonna be livid. It's only 9 seconds between them both. Atmos is laughing. But yeah, Atmos, if you could leave a like on the stream, that'd be great. We've got 7 people watching, so Ben, Albert, if you're still here, be sure to leave the old like on the stream. Only 8 attempts separating these two here. Pergriff's on a almost like a kamikaze mission, it seems. An absolutely shocking race from him. Just cutting the whole first sector on the first lap. Yeah, we need to see what tyres they're all on. So we got Takuna's gone to super softs. That's an odd one. Maybe he's just looking for fastest lap. As Pergriffs goes wide, Slayer's going to be looking to capitalise on those mistakes. 12 seconds of penalties Pergriff's got, so he's not really an issue. As he goes wide, will we see a move like a potential slight switchback? Slayer's a lot quicker. Puts a power on Pergriff's brakes, side by side almost. Into the second to last corner, around the outside, slight contact between the two, still fighting away. Pergriff's holding his ground. Into the last corner we go. John sounds like he will fall asleep any second. Wow, he's just insulting my voice now. No, I'm offended. I am quite honestly offended. It's just bullying. Anyway, on to lap 7 we go. Nice battle between these two here. As we go down the hill. And up the hill again. The track full of elevation changes into the S section. Slayer looking for a move on Pergus, but doesn't quite pull it off. I mean, he has 15 seconds of penalties, Pergus, so he's basically... He may as well be in the 2019 American Grand Prix compared to the 2021. Or 2021 one. If it even happens this year, which it probably won't. But we move, it's into a potential overtaking opportunity. As Pergus goes wide again, Pergus absolutely struggling with either his tyres or his car, or potentially both, as Takunha gets past his teammate Broggers on the timing sheets. Pergus managed to hold the ground. DRS for Slayer though, down the straight we come. Into the braking zone. That's a good move from Slayer, who's back up into 7th. I don't sound that bad, do I? Oh, come on, I don't sound dead. You trying to say I'm tired? You trying to say I sound dead? Allow it. It's a good race. Like, stop bullying me, man. Let's throw the stupid turn 8 rip-off. It goes the wrong way and there's no camber, so basically it's garbage. As Nazareth gets another penalty. He has an 11-second lead over Briggsy, so it's only 5 attempts separating Era Voice and Dido. Dido surprisingly still in 3rd place. As that piece of progress has got back ahead of Slayer, they're still battling away. I'm not. It's 18 seconds of penalties Burgriff's got now. What? How could one man have so many penalties? It's just frankly ludicrous. As he looks for a move down the inside, Burgriff leaves a tiny bit of space, but barely any. As he goes round the outside, he's still holding it. Fantastic move. I've never seen a move like that before. Still holding down the inside. As down the hill we go. What a move. Good chance for Briggsy if he doesn't take penalties yet. If Nazareth keeps getting these penalties, Briggsy could come away with the win. And that's if Briggsy's, and obviously we're talking as if Briggsy doesn't get any penalties as well, which you won't see. He should have been racing too, and he was going to be too angry at the back to sound sleepy. What is he on about? I don't understand, but funny I guess. They're still battling away. Trying to pull off a switchback progress, but it's only an attempt separating these two here side by side into the last corner. Era Void's going for what is practically his signature move now. Into the last chicane, slight contact with Dido. But he does leave the space. Dido just seemed intent on turning into him, but there you go. Up the hill. Through turn 1, probably the only good corner on the track if I'm honest, because the rest of it's garbage as far as I'm concerned, just ripped off some other tracks. So, yeah. We're on lap 9, it's not been, I mean it's not really been a battle for the lead, has it? Nazareth has just stormed off into the blooming lead, so as far as I'm concerned, he's thrashing the race as Alpha Stance gets the penalty. The Kunha, Broggers has been lapped already. How can you be lapped in a 16 lap race? It's quite... Sorry Broggers, but that's quite frankly embarrassing, but we move. 1.3, Dido obviously trying to catch up with Era Voice, but Era Voice is, well, he's 100% the quicker driver. It's a yellow flag in sector 3. There must have been another mistake from Broggers. Yeah, he spun again, unsurprisingly, in the exact same section as before. Absolute shocker as he legs Briggsy past. I thought he might retire then, but no. Through the Turkey Turn 8 rip-off we go. Shocking race for him. He's over a minute behind now. He may as well be racing Formula 3 cars. As he gets a bloody time penalty in the last corner. To be fair, it's an easy corner to cut, so... Dido is surprising Atmos in 3rd place. Is Briggsy spun? No, he's pitting. Just did decide not to show it. Stupid. But Dido running in 3rd. It's been a solid race for him. Briggsy, what tyres is he pitting onto? He's pitting onto the super softs, so he's got the pace advantage over effectively the whole field at the moment. As everyone behind him is on relatively new soft tyres, and anyone ahead on new medium tyres. There must have been an incident up ahead. Maybe not, maybe it was just Broggers really spinning round again. Practically a signature for this race, but there you go. It's just my voice. If I sound dead, bugger off. I'm kidding. I mean, Briggsy's got back past Slayer, unsurprisingly, considering the fact he has DRS and brand new super soft tyres compared to 9-lap-old medium tyres. So, not much surprise there, really. Broggers has stopped again. I don't know why he didn't just go on to, but I guess he could he? Because of strategy, but I guess that's it. Looked to be, as Dido or Slayer looked like Dido. Nazareth has pitted for super soft tyres as well now then. Will that give the lead to Briggsy? No, not at all, no. Jack Ethan seems to be slowing down Briggsy there. From what we saw anyway, looks to be trying to slow him down. What a... It's a bit, I don't know, it is stupid from him, quite frankly. Nazareth's down, effectively no time's been gained from the undercut from Briggsy. So Nazareth's absolutely storming away in this race. I think, yep, unsurprisingly, Broggers really spun again. If you saw the brief yellow flag, yeah, well guess who? As Slayer seems to have jumped Purgis in the pit lane, which is good stop from him then. Gets a little bit of a wobble coming out of turn 1 as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Nazareth storm past Alpha Stuns if he doesn't pit soon. He's on 10-lap-old. The top 3 are all on 10-lap-old mediums. They've left their stop really late. So that's going to be unfortunate for them, as into the godly switchback corner, if you can pull it off, as returning into the Turkey turn 8 rip-off. How much will he gain on Alpha? Quite a lot. He's practically crashing into the back of him already. Alpha Sun's medium tyres are getting that old. Will he go from running outside? Okay, Alpha Sun's pits sensibly. Dido, interestingly, is still out on track. That's a bit of an odd strategy, as Broggers is letting Nazareth through. He was ghosted anyway, so I don't really think it'll be an issue. But Briggsy then setting the fastest lap. You never know, he could be on a charge. Still around 11.5 second gap between them. But there could be potential late race charge, but we'll have to see, as Nash has been dominant all race. As back down the hill we go. He's absolutely, as Briggsy has got a penalty. That's going to compromise him a lot. Both have penalties, but that's going to completely ruin his late race charge. Only 2 seconds separating Pergriffs and Slayer. Same for Nazareth and Dido. Dido is, considering the fact he's on almost 12-lap-old medium, is, I think Broggers has spun again. No, Dakun has spun this time. It's a different, the Dams cars are now basically the spin cars. That it is the Sebastian Vettel F1 team practically. Don't get me wrong, I love Seb, but he is a bit prone to spinning, especially in the Ferraris. Now just gains over a second in what's effectively just a few corners. Last corner we go, he'll definitely have DRS onto the next straight. As he sets fastest lap as well, taking that Briggsy's extra point from him. As up the hill we go, into turn 1, the only good corner on the track. Now just absolutely crawling over Dido at the moment, definitely on the championship charges. Era Voice gets a 3-second time penalty. Into the S's we go. Dido struggling for tyres now. Why is he not pitted? I'm really not sure what he's trying to gain with this strategy, but it's an odd one to say the least, as I wouldn't be surprised if Nazareth even passes him going down the hill, or he goes through a late move around the outside or the inside. We'll have to see. No, he's going to wait for the DRS straight. He's absolutely crawling on him on the exit. It should be a ridiculously easy pass for him. Surprisingly, how has Briggsy not managed to catch up? Oh, for God's sake, John. No, he wasn't off the track. Stop saying he was off the track. He wasn't. Your version of the track is just a little, like, line in the middle. A little, like, tarmac line in the middle. As far as you're concerned. You don't even, I'm convinced you don't even know what a track is. You're that bloody oblivious to track limits. Look to be, someone spun. Oh, it's one of the Dams cars again. It's Broggers spinning for the third time at the same section of the track just before the turn 8 rip-off. This is definitely gonna be a race he's gonna want to forget. As 9 seconds now separating Briggsy and Dido. Briggsy will probably have second by the end. There's no way he wouldn't. The track is very important, otherwise they smell. I mean, I do agree, you can't have a race without a track, so yes, it is very important, but the part on them is smelling, I'm inclined to disagree, because quite frankly, you smell. As through the S's we go. Oh, I feel like I'm in fucking year 2. Bruh. Broggers is just... Broggers at this rate is going to end up being lapped by the whole field. Well, yeah, he's just having a shocker, isn't he? Okay, 8 Evan, that was tough, John, because you're going to have to accept it. 8 seconds now separating Briggsy and Dido. Dido's going to have to pit. If he doesn't pit this lap, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know why he's not pitting. Is he just forgotten? Is he just forgotten to pit? Hang on. Yeah, he hasn't stopped all race. He's the only driver to not have pitted at all. So I'm not sure what he's playing at. Maybe he's just forgotten that the pit lane's a thing, but it's just... What is he doing? I think Dido won't pit. I don't think any of us do. I don't know, he's going to have to pit this lap or he's going to get disqualified. What is he playing at? Why is he not pitted? What? As Broggers is pit. Even Broggers has remembered to pit. For a second time. As in the yellow flag in sector 3, I think that's Slayer spinning. Yep, Slayer spun it just before the Turkey Turn 8 rip-off. That's pushed him down to 9th place. It's going to burn his tyres to shreds. Will Dido actually pit? Because I'm genuinely curious to see if he'll pit or not. Yeah, he has forgotten. No, he can't have forgotten. He knows his tyres are absolutely, well, finished. There's not a word for it. What is he playing at? He's going to have to pit at the end of this lap. There's no way he wouldn't. Because he would have had a warning at the top of his screen by now saying he needs to pit. So he definitely knows. It's getting quite close between these two drivers. As Perkins goes wide, down the inside goes Slayer. Same move as before, already passed. Fantastic move once again, Slayer. Very good on the recovery drive department. We're going to hop on board with Dido. Will he pit? He's going to have to, surely. Oh my god, he's missed a pit. He's not pitting. He's going to get disqualified. What a maniac. Comes across the line. And he's been disqualified from the race for failing to use the tyre compounds available. which effectively means he hasn't pitted at all race. That's absolutely bizarre. That's going to give him the podium to hear a voice. What was Dido playing at? What was he thinking? What? I am absolutely flabbergasted as to why he's not pitted. As Briggs's just got a 3-second time penalty. The gap's 6 seconds. What are the penalties at? Oh, they're both at 6 seconds, so we're fine. That's actually insane. How can a man forget to pit? I've got to check the Discord for this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Is it safe to say he wasn't thinking at all? Yeah, honestly, I'll give you that. I'm pretty sure it's pretty safe to say that. Yes, it is pretty safe to say that. Oh, that is insane. He doesn't pit as Nazareth comes around the last corner to win the first race at the US of A, spinning at the finish line in a flurry of tomfoolery as Briggsy comes around the last corner to take a well-earned second place. So a fantastic recovery drive from him. Is he going to do the same? No, he doesn't quite pull it off. As we couldn't end the race without another mistake from Slayer, who's just let Pergris back pass, but he'll still end up 7th place because Pergris has managed to amass 27 seconds worth of penalties. Yes, you heard that. 27 seconds. That's absolutely insane. How could one man get so many penalties? Oh, well, I don't know what it is about Perkins. Maybe the P maybe the P at the beginning of his name actually stands for penalty, but we'll never know. We got 9 viewers, so why are we not at 9 likes? Anyone watching, if you could leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Will Broggers finish with a spin? You know, he hasn't finished with a spin. He's crossed the line on all 4 wheels. And that's the end of race 1. What was Dino playing at? Oh, that was a bit of a race. I'll give you that. What on earth was? What was Dino even playing at? He knew he had to pit, so why didn't he? There's your top 3 anyway. Hear a voice with another podium. Very well deserved by him. That's just ridiculous. What? Oh, that's insane. Oh, that is... Honestly, that's actually kind of funny. It's Albert White, the only person on track without a penalty. Well, I mean, that's something to boast about, isn't it? The only person on track to not have a penalty. Oh, never seen anything quite so ludicrous. Oh, that was insane. Anyway, so starting in first is, oh dear lord, I think it's going to be Pergrips. Oh dear lord. That's going to be a fun one to watch. Oh dear. Dear me. Anyway, get ready for race 2 now. Let's just get on with it, shall we? as we prepare for the last race of the F2 season. Someone's commenting stuff, but I've no idea who it is, because I can't see it. I'll keep my eye, but I don't know what's going on with the comment system. It's just broken as always, because it's a YouTube live stream. It's crap. 10 seconds now until the last race of the F2 season. Some people that'll be very good, others will be very sad. As the lights are coming on for the last race of the F2 friendly. As we leave the grid for the finale, Pergriffs gets a pretty good start as Slayer bogs down. Jack is looking to come around the outside. Briggsy and Nazareth side by side into turn 1 with sandwich with Era Voice with being the sandwich in the middle into turn 1. Relatively clean from all drivers involved. Pergriffs holding the lead as side by side. This is maybe not so clean. Broggers has spun again. I mean, he's made it past one corner as Albert the right has been spun round as well at the S section. So is Jack, his teammate. That's going to sabotage the whole race. It's side by side between Becco and Dakuna. Becco's not even in the lobby anymore, so that's just his AI control now. As Nazareth is looking for a move. Briggsy's astonishingly made it up into third. What a first lap from him. As into the braking zone we go. No late dive bombs, no. As onto the straight, will Slipstream come with helpers? Alpha Stuns and Era Voice going a bit wide as Nazareth coming under pressure from as Era Voice maybe got a terrible exit. It's down the straight we go, still fighting. Era Voice obviously wanted to hold the 5th place. If Nazareth stays where he is, Briggsy could potentially win the championship, but Nazareth has got ahead. Almost side by side into the next corner as Pergriffs goes wide. Yeah, Nazareth takes advantage and goes past. Alpha Stun's looking for a move. He's going for the move as well. Around the outside, you can't really go around the outside there, but he's giving it a shot. As into the Turkey turn 8 rip-off we go. No late moves as Briggsy is chasing Slayer for the lead. He's desperate for the championship as Broggers has spun round again, and if you can see on the map. As side by side into the last corner between Alpha Stuns and Pergos, pushing Alpha Stuns wide, as that's going to give Nazareth, that's effectively going to give Nazareth third place. As down the pit straight we go, up the hill into turn 1, Nazareth with the inside line. Era Voice also going down the inside, almost a 5-car battle. We've got Heroes, Era Voice and Dido have been spun round. That's going to absolutely make them throw the towel in probably, as he hits the Lickly Moly side as well for good measure. We're right back on board with Dakuna, who's chasing after Alpha Stuns, who was the driver who made contact with Era Voice, who then made contact and caused a chain reaction crash. Dido's got back ahead of Becco. It's only half a second separating these two. There's another yellow flag. I think, oh lord, I think Broggers really spun again. How is he doing this? We're 2 laps in, he's spun almost 3 times. How could one man be spinning this much? As down the straight we go. Breezy's chasing the lead. Nazareth is also behind. Could we see a battle for the lead? Does he look to the inside? No, he's just waiting patiently, so to speak. There's only 2 attempts separating Pergos and Alpha Stuns. Pergos defending fiercely. He's going to want to keep the 4th place. He's already with a penalty. Breezy's got ahead of Slayer. Still side by side though. Slayer's retaking the lead as we go into the Turkey turn 8 rip-off. Gets a terrible exit that's going to allow Breezy to try and hang around the outside. He backs off but still trying. Has the power. Slayer's leaving the room down. Does he go down the inside? No, he doesn't. As into the last corner we go. No late moves, no DRS yet. DRS is only enabled this lap, as we're coming to now. There's 3 attempts separated. Slayer has got a terrible exit. It's going to allow Briggsy into the lead. Briggsy's going to be storming off now. In the background we have Dido, who's spun and lost his whole front wing. Going into the pit lane. We'll get a view on that when we can. But must have spun at the second to last corner to have that happen to him. Hit the wall quite heavily. As Pilgrim slightly brake checks Alpha Stuns, who runs into the back of him. Into the S as we go. All three of these drivers incredibly close. Dakunha looking for a move around the outside. Doesn't put it off as it's impossible to do in these F2 cars. Slayer though chasing him. He's off the track. No, he's not, John. There's got another yellow flag up ahead. Who's that? It's Nazareth. Nazareth is out of the race. The championship contender has crashed. Does that mean, as the VSC is deployed, what? Does that mean Nazareth is going to win the... Does that mean Briggsy's going to win the championship? Surely not. We'll have to see, but I think, as it stands, if Atmos, you're still watching this, if you could confirm, is Briggsy currently in the lead of the championship? That's it. Oh, wow. As Broggers gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC, that's I mean, it's not really going to have a massive impact on the race, let's be honest here, but we get back underway. It's 4 attempts separating Dakunha and Alpha Stuns. Dakunha's obviously going to be wanting to improve on his shambolic race 1. It's very lightly braking from Perkins. It's going to allow Alpha Stuns to challenge into the last corner. Does he? No, but Dakunha's just waiting in the background. Hi guys, sorry for the late. What have I missed? It's already on sprint. Yeah, it's already on the sprint go. Make sure you've missed the championship contender. Nazareth has crashed. From my calculations, currently Briggs is in the lead of the championship as Alpha Stons looks for a move on Perkins. Perkins, what is it with Perkins braking when Alpha Stons is behind him? Twice he's done that now. It's like he's intentionally trying to give Alpha Stons damage. Bit of an idiot, but yeah, we have to move on, I guess. Alpha Stons should be storming past. I'm not sure why he's not, but there you go. As Perkins goes wide, Alpha Stons with the corner cut. John, if you say anything, I'm not going to be very happy with you. As Jack gets a 3-second time penalty. Dakunha's just hanging in the wings, you know. He's just waiting out. Who won the 50% ratio? Nazareth won the race before. Briggsy came home in second, so the championship fight was still on. As these three look incredibly close. Alpha Stons has to get the move done here. Perkins moving everywhere. Does he move late? He moves quite late actually. He's down the inside. Goes Alpha Stuns. He should have the move done now. He doesn't as... Yeah, he does now actually, sorry. But he tries to switch back. Perkins just cutting every corner. What is it with him in cutting corners? I mean, he only has 6 seconds of penalties. What a moron. We have a championship to the end. Yeah, we have a we have the championship to tell it on the last race. Also, Gomez, if you could leave a like on the stream, that'd be great. As Nazareth has left the session, he's going to be absolutely fuming. Maybe he was taken out. We'll have to see. Ben, if you're watching, for the highlights, if I find the footage of Nazareth crashing, put that in as like a replay. But with my voice obviously going over it, I'll let you know, and I'll text you the deets. I'll check the Discord now to see what he's been saying. He's into the S as we go. Alpha Stons storming off already. Nearly a 2-second lead. Already like it, mate. Thank you. It's very, very kind of you to say. I need 3 turns. Albert Devite after getting absolutely punted around on lap runs, looking to get... So it's Era Voice, all these cars getting involved. It's basically a 4-way fight for 4th here. This is interesting. As onto the pit straight we go. All these cars have DRS. Will Dakunha manage to get past Perkins? Keep in mind he has that penalty. Perkins and Dakunha I'm talking of. Perkins with a 6-second penalty. As he lunges down the inside. Does he pull off the move? Briggsy spun. I believe Briggsy spun. Briggsy spun it. The potential Grand Championship contenders spun round. To 2 championship contenders. Having a shocker that might give the champion. That might have just given the championship back to Nazareth. I'm not sure. What an absolutely crazy race we're having here. Both championship contenders having shockers. Also a good battle between these two here. Takuna must have got the move pulled off. Sorry, I had to cut away from it. What a race we're having here. It's Albert Device chasing the pack. As into the last corner we go. All 4 cars here battling for 4th. But it's effectively just a DRS train. Era Voice with significant front wing damage. As up the hill we go. Takuna defending from Purgus as he looks to move around the outside. Almost contact between the drivers there. How did they not hit there? As Albert White lunges one around the outside. It's back into the S section we go. What a crazy race. Briggsy's... Does Briggsy have damage? No, he doesn't. So he's still got a good car, just his tyres. They're going to be screaming for mercy. We see the 4-car train in the background. Albert White. Albert Derrick, or whatever, I don't know, I honestly don't know how to say his name, but I like Albert White because it sounds cool. It's down the kink we go, a proper bit of contact by looks at it. Purgus is weaving everywhere. As he goes wide, that's got to give the position to Albert. He'll have DRS as well with slight contact. Purgus being incredibly aggressive for that 5th place. Down the straight we go, he's in the slipstream. Also looking to get involved with Era Voice in the background. Does he go for a move down the inside? Yes, he does. Should be a relatively easy move. Purgus trying to hold it around the outside. Gets forced off the track and doing so. But that's going to give Albert in 5th place for him. He's going to chase after Takuna now. There's only 3 temps separating Briggsy and Alpha Stun. So 3rd and 2nd effectively. As Purgus gets another 3-second time penalty. Unsurprisingly, to be honest. But that's just how it is. I love this camera angle. Since the last corner we go. As Briggsy, does he spin it? He nearly does. Briggsy must be killing his tyres. As side by side into the last corner, Era Voice and Purgus to go. And Era Voice going to be one in the 6th place for the valuable points. As up the hill. Hello Nazareth, I'm so sorry to hear about your crash, mate. As down the inside goes Era Voice, still fighting though. Through sector 1 into the S section, side by side between the 2 drivers. Purgus has got the edge on that one. Anyway, hello Nazareth, I'm so sorry to hear about your crash. Have you got anything to say about it? I feel like I'm interviewing you, but... I'm gutted for you, mate. Honestly, I'm absolutely gutted for you, Nazareth. Such a shame, but... You never know, you might still have the championship. We'll have to see, because Briggsy's spun as well, so... It's going to be interesting to see. As onto the pit straight we go. Briggsy should get a relatively easy move for 2nd here, just using DRS, nothing. As side by side going out straight there, what Copperman is already passing before the end of the straight. Just Alpha Stone tries to launch one around the outside. I tried this yesterday and couldn't get it to work against Nazareth. Barging away the 2 drivers. Era Voice has got back ahead of Briggsy side by side. Fantastic battle here as Alpha Stones cuts the corner against a 3-second time penalty. Only 2 temps separating Albert and Takuna. If he stays 3rd, he is a champion. So this is from Nazareth. If Briggsy stays 3rd, as Takuna has spun yet again, nearly hits the wall but manages to avoid it. As he spun again, he's done a full 360 now. But currently Briggsy is champion. That's going to give Jack to go past as well. I'll read out your message in a second, Gomex. I should read it out now. Yeah, you are both winners. Dizzy, fantastic championship you, and Briggsy, whatever the final result. Into turn 1 we go. Still trying to separate the grid now, but as Takuna's pit, his tyres must be finished. This is DNF, he's retired. Got the penalty, he's just given up. It's about consistency, not being fast. Well done to him. Some humbleness from Briggsy, from Nazareth there. Good on him, not being annoyed at the fact that he's potentially lost the championship, which is unfortunate for him, but being a gentleman about it, being a good person. As Dido or Slayer, I believe, has spun. He spun coming out leaders. So Briggsy back into the unlikely leader races. Even Alpha Stuns is getting involved now. As he goes to fight round the outside. He's already passed him before the end of the straight. But a really good attitude from Dizzy there. If it was me, I'd be so frustrated. Can I just ask Nazareth, were you, as Alpha Stuns has spun round as well? I know he's held it, but he's on the grass. And then can I ask Nazareth, did you get crashed into, or did you just generally spin and hit the wall? Because I didn't see the crash, I just saw the aftermath of it. That's Alpha Stuns spinning. There's only a 10 separating the two drivers here. They're almost side by side. As he cuts the corner slightly, he tries to do a Verstappen. As Dido, I believe, has made a mistake at the S section. I don't quite think it was a full spin, but it was a spin nonetheless. He's into the last corner. Onto the pit straight we go. What a fantastic finale we've got going here. It's up the hill we go. Albert right, looking for third place. I mean, currently he's in third place anyway, because of the 6-second penalty Alpha Stuns has, but we move on. Right, this is what Dizzy said, this is how he crashed. No, I just lost the rear of the car. I play with no traction control, which is very hard on F2 cars, but GG. So, to confirm, Nazareth did lose the back end, but with a really good attitude there. That's GG to Briggsy, who is going to be our champion by the looks of it. What a fantastic and chaotic last race of the F2 Championship. I hear a voice now looking for a move on Albert Device as well. We're not getting the best exit. Yeah, Dizzy or Nazareth, whatever you like to be called, if you can leave a like on the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated, as the more likes, the more we get pushed up the algorithm, so more likes to be appreciated. As Era Voice goes side by side with Albert, he seems to have got past him before the end of the straight. Does Albert go for a move? Era Voice goes wide and leaves the space. It's going to open up the door for Albert. He tries to send one, but doesn't quite pull it off. Oh, a bit of a twitchy rear end from Albert there, nearly losing it. This corner's a difficult one. I remember Rosberg lost the back end around that corner in 2015. Effectively lost him the championship fight of Hamilton as well. Still only half a second. We go on to the last lap of the race. Just like what Sebastian said, the rear of the car was getting all loosey. The rear of the car was getting all loosey-goosey at the last sector there. The old Vettel cry. I tried to do the accent, but I'm not a very American person, to say the least. It's up into turn one we go again for the second to last time. Briggsy stormed off into a 10-second lead already. After just completely pinning it in the race. It's side by side up ahead between Slayer. This is the battle for second. If Alpha Stuns builds up a 3-second gap ahead of Slayer, he will take second. But Era Voice waiting in the background to pounce as he goes for the move. As he puts side by side into the side cake. Oh, then he closes the door. Almost contact there. But Alpha Stuns holding his ground and, well, effectively keeping fourth, but he's on track, he's in third, that's what's important. Slayer moves over to try and block the slipstream and onto the dirty side of the track. I think Slayer there actually has damage. Yeah, he does, you can see half his front wings missing. How has he managed to hold second with half a front wing? This is absolutely bizarre. It's almost as mental as Hamilton coming home to win with a puncture. The fact that Alpha Stuns is struggling to get past is quite honestly mental, but it's giving us a thrilling race either way. I won't be surprised to see a move around the outside here. A Slayer's going to be slower than the bloody 2019 Williams car around here. He goes for the move. This should be a relatively easy move. Contact between the two. Slayer's holding it. Slayer's held the position. Alpha Stuns goes to the switchback into the last corner. Side by side between two drivers. They've both spun round. Oh no! Era Voice. And I believe that was... Who else was that? I couldn't quite tell. Albert Divide both battling as Slayer goes down the inside of turn one. As Alpha Stuns takes second place. Can he... The most important thing here though is can he build a 3-second lead against Slayer with that horrendous front wing damage? Can Era Voice catch up and get third? Well, actually, no, can Era Voice bring the gap under 3 seconds? Look at the pace he's gaining. He's getting a 10th off practically every corner. And Slayer's falling a second down in about one sector. It's Jack even with a 3-second time penalty as well. Getting quite close to where he needs to as well, but as 3.5 seconds between Slayer and Era Voice, we could see another podium for Era Voice here. In fact, if anything, I actually think Era Voice is currently sitting in second place. Alpha Sons has a 6-second penalty, so I believe he's currently sitting in second place. If so, that's a fantastic result by him. 3.2 seconds. 3 seconds exactly. Slayer is trying his best. But can he do it? 4 seconds between Alpha Stunts and Era. 2.3 seconds. Currently, Era Voice is sitting second place as Briggsy wins the last race of the season. As there's Briggsy then winning the last race of the season and winning the 2020 and 2021 IFR Christmas friendly championship to cross the line to be world champion. And as it stands, Briggsy has 256 points. No, 236 points against Nazarus with 229 points. So just to repeat, Briggsy is your champion then in the IFR Christmas friendly with a gap of only 7 points between Briggsy and Nazarus. Briggsy winning the championship with 236, with Nazarus on 229. What a fantastic race to end off the season as we see Becco. Well, not really Becco, Becco's AI, let's say, come around the last corner to take 8th place. Damn, this is intense. It is indeed, Ben. It is indeed. But Era Voice as well in second place. Alpha Studs off the podium by only 0.0 something seconds. Less than a 10th of a second. That's your driver of the day and your world champion, Briggsy. As your world champion and on the podium. He must be absolutely elated. Now can Briggsy... Congrats, this is from Nazarus. Congrats to Briggsy, good job from him. Good job from you, Ben, as well. So, Ben, you're being complimented. As that's going to bring an end, finally for some people, to the IFR friendly. What a fantastic season. I want to thank everyone for dropping in at such short notice, considering the fact that I was even saying in my last F1 stream saying that I'm not going to be doing this, but sounds like we are. And I want to thank everyone for the support. I want to thank IFR for letting me commentate once again. I want to thank anyone who participated in a fantastic season. And of course I want to thank everyone here for watching as well and sticking with the channel. Ben especially, I want to thank Ben for doing the highlights. So thanks to everyone. There's Era Voice in the chat with 2 podiums. Yes, well done to you, mate. But honestly, thanks everyone for watching these past few weeks. And I'll see you all... Well, I'll see you all hopefully on Wednesday for the highlights, but obviously I won't be live then. Or maybe I'll see you all on Saturday, because I might do the practice session. But I will definitely see you all next Sunday for the return of the 2021 now IFR League. And we're going to be returning back to Canada. So I'll see you all for that. But thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.